If you're a big fan of Jordan golf shoes, you're not gonna like this. I paid £230 for the new Jordan Air Revs, and I seriously regret it. Not just because they look weird to me, both somehow boring as well as bizarre from different angles, but because they feel overpriced, overhyped, and just plain uncomfortable. If you're thinking about buying these shoes, then you're gonna wanna watch this video first. Let's start with the reason why these shoes look so unique, and that's to incorporate this flight lock system. Now, if you don't already know, on one side of the shoe, inside this Velcro strap here, is a flight pod. So a flight pod is this little small Jordan Air Zoom unit. You can see there, got Jordan logo on the other side, and it's a Air Zoom unit, a little inflated pad. On the other side of the other shoe, you get a Formula 23 foam pad. And the idea is that you put this little Zoom pad on your outside foot, on your trail foot. And Jordan claimed that the location of this little Zoom pad enhances the torque forces and the power that you can generate from your golf swing via these shoes. And the little pad on the other side gives you enhanced comfort when you're finishing your golf swing. Now, out on the course, I didn't notice any performance benefit whatsoever, and I actually found it quite uncomfortable, but more on that in a bit. In terms of design, you've got the Flight logo here on the Flight lock. You've also got it on the inside on this kind of TPU sort of heel counter, and then you've also got it on the disc locking mechanism too. Actually, you've got it on the outsole as well. But for me, I'm just not a massive fan of this design. Yes, you've got this large strap going across the front, and you've got a few small design elements with the perforated toe, and you can see here some kind of patterning there on that section, and some more patterning here at the back. But wearing them, I kind of feel that they're pretty plain looking here in this area and at the heel. And again, looking down on them from the top when you're wearing the shoes, they look kind of odd to me with this strap diagonally running across your foot. And here's the kicker. I bought them for £230 and they don't even come with replaceable spikes. At that price, I'd like to be able to replace the parts of the shoe if they wear out or become damaged. Apparently, Jordan just thinks I'll buy a whole new pair at £230 when the grip starts to fade. So, premium price, but budget logic. Okay, so design aside, how do they actually perform out on the course? Well, to be fair, this grip was solid. I didn't have any problem slipping out on the course, and you're gonna get just as much traction from a spiked pair of shoes as you will with these. But the big hype feature, this flight lock technology system, it felt in no way better than any other pair of golf shoes that I've worn. The marketing blurb references the increased torque and stability that you're gonna get from this system, and yeah, I just don't see it. This golf shoe is perfectly stable, just nothing special. I've certainly worn more stable golf shoes. And in terms of waterproofing, I did my full test with these, pouring 30 milliliters of water over the upper as well as the bottom of the tongue section. And you can see here that these shoes did let in a little bit of water via the tongue. So these are waterproof in terms of the upper, but if you get stuck in a seriously heavy downpour or you're walking through really heavy, wet, long grass, then your feet might get a little bit wet. Fit-wise, these shoes run true to size, and actually they've got a decent amount of width across the toes. You've got a nice heel lockdown in this shoe as well. I didn't feel my feet slipping at the back, and in part that's because of this disc lock system, which I'm always a big fan of. It really gives you a good lockdown fit, and you don't really have to adjust it out on the course. It just stays there. But here's the weird part. In terms of underfoot comfort, they're comfortable, they're just not that soft. Now, the actual foam itself and the shoes do feel quite lightweight. So after walking the course for 18 holes, my feet did feel perhaps a little bit more tired than with other golf shoes, just because it weren't really giving me the level of softness that I would hope from a £230 pair of golf shoes. However, when it comes to comfort, that's not my biggest issue. That lies with this flight lock system, because I could feel the AirPod unit and all this strapping on the outside of my foot, and I've got to admit, after 9 holes, it was kind of uncomfortable. Not to the point that it blistered or rubbed or anything like that, but continuously feeling a protruding section on the outside of each of your shoes just isn't a feeling I really like in a pair of golf shoes, or in any shoes for that matter. I just don't think this flight system is delivering what Jordan hope it would. There's a decent amount of padding around the heel and ankle as well as on the tongue, so all that area is nice and comfortable. So in terms of comfort, overall, I'd say these shoes are a little bit disappointing. So here's the bottom line. The Jordan Air Rev is gonna stand out on the golf course, and maybe that's what you want to do. But overall, I think this shoe overpromises and underdelivers, especially for £230. I didn't notice the flight lock system elevating my performance on the course anyway whatsoever. The comfort isn't as good as I was hoping, and these spikes aren't replaceable, which is just baffling to me for such an expensive shoe. If I'm paying £230, I expect my golf shoes to be flawless, and these, well, they're not. There's too many compromises in my opinion. They might look cool on Instagram, but for actually playing around a golf, I'm gonna pass. If you've already got these shoes, I'd love to know if your experience is any different with them. Drop a message down in the comments. And if you're on the fence, hopefully I've just saved you some cash, or at least you now know what you're getting yourself into if you really love the look and style of these shoes. And if that's the case, I've included any affiliate links down in the description below. If you've got around £200 to spend on a pair of golf shoes and you are looking for performance and comfort, then check out this review right here, because these are one of my favorite pairs of 2025 so far.